Hey guys, I guess I just got in and I'm starting to record this now. I honestly don't know why. I'm just in the middle of just kind of cleaning up my room a little bit. Oh man, look what I just found. Some of my Superman comics. Yeah, and oh man, I don't know why I'm still wearing this. It's really, really hot in here, so I guess I'd better get this off, really. It's just really, really hot in here. Yeah, if you can't tell, Zack Snyder has a lot that he needs to do to impress me. Man of Steel is the new reboot to the Superman franchise, which this time is directed by Zack Snyder, who is best known for directing things like Dawn of the Dead, 300, Watchmen, and Sucker Punch. If I'm not really giving much of a plot synopsis, it's because pretty much we all know who Superman is by now. This is just another origin story. We all know that Superman's planet dies. He's sent by his parents into Earth to survive the explosion and carry on the legacy of Krypton. And pretty much because of the Earth's sun, he's Superman. The only thing you should really know is that General Zod is the main villain this time. That's right, we're not going to start with Lex Luthor. We're going to go ahead and skip to pretty much a reboot of Superman 2. Loosely, very loosely, because I'll get into it later, okay? So I'm pretty sure some of you are wondering why I only held up Dawn of the Dead when I was mentioning Zack Snyder's previous work. Well, pretty much, Dawn of the Dead is his only good film, in my opinion. I still haven't seen 300 yet. I'm probably going to get around to it, but I've heard a lot of critical praise for it. I am aware of This Is Sparta, but it's the only film other than Sucker Punch that I haven't seen, because Sucker Punch is something that I really do not want to see because it just looked awful from the first trailer. I did see Watchmen, however, and honestly, I didn't think it was that good. It was just so poorly made and poorly structured. The Dawn of the Dead remake is really the only good film I've ever seen him do. It was a lot of fun, it was highly thrilling, and I just thought it was great. So when I first heard that he was doing Man of Steel, which by the way, if you can't tell, Superman is one of my favorite superheroes of all time, probably my favorite DC hero. When I heard that he was directing it, I was honestly a little bit I don't know how to put it into a word, really, but I just wasn't too thrilled. Now, I just got back from seeing Man of Steel about an hour ago, and I can happily say thank you, Mr. Zack Snyder, for not messing this up. Man of Steel was fantastic. Granted, there were some problems to it. Since there were like maybe one or two things that I had issues with in the new Superman movie, I think I'll just go ahead and talk about those now. The first main thing I have to do is the structuring of the film, because once Krypton blows to smithereens, and if you haven't known Superman, I'm sorry, but yeah, Krypton is destroyed. So pretty much after Krypton is destroyed, it just cuts right ahead into Superman's adulthood, and it just keeps flashing back to his childhood, and it just really wasn't structured that well. I mean, it just kept on popping up random different scenes of his life so that he can, oh, I remember when that happened and how I gained wisdom through this. It felt really sloppy. I'm pretty sure there could have been something done. I mean, you can't just like put them all together because it would once again just feel really random, but I'm pretty sure they should have done something a lot better. They should have just shown the childhood times first before going to his adulthood. It would have made a lot more sense, and it felt really contrived and convoluted, and I was really happy that this only lasted like maybe during the first third of the film. The other main problem I had with Man of Steel was Amy Adams. I mean, she's a great actress. She did fine in the part, but I really felt that she was miscast as Lois Lane. I mean, she was just okay, but I didn't really picture her as Lois. She just had a lot of forced dialogue, and she wasn't too believable on screen, even with the good acting she was doing. I mean, I just honestly didn't believe her at times. I know I'm kind of rambling and saying the same thing over and over, but I'm just trying to get one major point across. I don't think Amy Adams should have been Lois. Okay, now that I've got all the negatives out of the way, let's talk about some positives. How about that Henry Cavill? He is no Christopher Reeve, but oh my god, he was great as the Man of Steel. I just loved every single second that he was on screen. Whether he was flying or walking, being troubled, he was really good as Superman. Not perfect like Christopher Reeve, but he was still a great, enjoyable presence on screen. And I can also say the same thing about Russell Crowe as his father Jor-El. Even though he's on screen for like a little bit, he's still pretty good as Jor-El. I've really enjoyed him. And Michael Shannon, he also does a pretty good job as General Zod. The first time I saw him on screen, I was going, maybe, I don't know. He's pretty okay as General Zod, but I just don't really know. But there is a moment in this film when he gets into Superman's head to show him something, and that is when the General Zod I know from Superman 2 finally emerged, and that's when I really got into the character. He did a great job, and I loved seeing him as the main villain, especially during the fight sequences. Speaking of the fight sequences, let me just go ahead and say that Zack Snyder once again proves that he's great at visual stuff, because the fight sequences look great. I loved every single little fight in this thing, even though sometimes it would kind of drag on a little bit too long. I was still in it whenever it all started, because the action was just so well done. The visuals were so well maintained. It really kept the illusion of being in the Superman universe. It was so much fun to watch it all go. It was so much fun to watch everything just go to hell. It was just fantastic. Especially the final battle between Superman and Zod, which was, let's all face it, that's kind of inevitable, because Zod's the main villain, Superman's our hero. They're both going to fight eventually. So yeah, the final battle is possibly my favorite fight sequence in the movie, but it's pretty much just a little bit above everything else because everything was just so well done. I loved every single fight in this movie. It made this film just really enjoyable. Now, I'm pretty sure some people are going to be asking me, which do you like better, Batman or Superman? Which of these new, darker, brooding heroes do you like better? I mean, I have nothing against Batman, really. He's just a great hero. I actually own The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises right here. I still think it's a great film series. The main problem I have with the Dark Knight series, though, is that from time to time it just got really boring and I just got pulled out of the film. It's a really well-made series, but I've really needed some action to pick it up. Thank God Man of Steel delivered on this, because while the Batman series are definitely the better made of them, the new Superman, it didn't have me bored at all. Maybe during like the flashback sequence things that I mentioned, but once General Zod is once again reintroduced, it really picked up and it never let down. I enjoyed every single minute of this movie. It was, once again, it's flawed, but it's just so much fun to watch. It's pretty much the DC Avengers, pretty much, with only Superman in it. The only reason I say that is because I can watch this movie again and again and again and never get bored. Films like The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, I can watch it once and then I have to wait a little bit before I see it again. But things like The Avengers and Man of Steel, I can watch it many more times and not really get bored by it. So I guess it's finally time for me to rate this thing. I'm going to rate Man of Steel a tasty, which is a 4 out of 5 on my buttered or burnt scale. It's not a perfect film, but it is very, very enjoyable. It is worth the ticket price. It is worth seeing it in the theaters. You absolutely need to see this. It's just a fantastic film. I really enjoyed it. So I'm only going to be seeing 2 more movies in the theaters for like now until August, because in July I'm going to need to start holding off to save some money for college again. So the last 2 films I'm going to be reviewing until August for The World's End are going to be Monsters University this Friday and World War Z sometime this weekend. After that, I'm going to have to kind of cut my movie watching at the theater short. I'll probably start reviewing some films that come to Blu-ray through Netflix. And I will definitely still be posting, but it's just not going to be movie theater releases for a while. So until those next 2 reviews start popping up, just click the link in the description below for my website, www.butteredorburnt.com. I have a whole bunch of movie reviews that you can read, like South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. My first review for the site, Smiley, starring Tobuscus and Shane Dawson. I also have Oz the Great and Powerful up there, Evil Dead, a whole bunch of stuff that you can definitely check out. And also click subscribe down there. It really helps me out. It helps me know how many people are watching. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment below and let me know some things coming out on Blu-ray and DVD that you'd like me to review. So until Monsters University, I will see you guys